Hi, I'm Kaylin. I'm a researcher working on the theory and critical craft of world building, and today I'm here to show you 1 Hour Worldbuilders. 1 Hour Worldbuilders is a card game in which you, plus 2 to 5 friends, collaboratively build a world in under an hour using innovative prompts and structured questions. 1 part party game, 1 part icebreaker, and 1 part world generator. It's great fun for new creatives and experienced imaginers alike. Let's take a look at one group of world builders to see how it's done. So this is our world building team. Ding! And first, they're going to decide the scope of their world. Are we building a city, or a country, or a planet, or something else? This is for everyone.
I'd say for city.
The first card we're going to draw is a theme card, which draws from the player's own lived experiences to define the central idea of the world. Since Jakub has built the most worlds, he goes first.
Describe 1 personality trait you like about yourself. In your world, the trait is either an ideal people aspire to or mocked and detested. You pick, I pick. How did it become this way? Who in your world has that trait? What role do they play in that world? What happens to those who don't have this trait? Let's say, as a personality trait, that we say absolute honesty. And people, if they lie, suffer always a consequence in the span of 3 days after the lie has been found out.
Now, everyone takes turns asking 1 yes or no question each about Jakub's theme idea. There is not enough time to see them all, so here's my favorite.
If these people still try to live in the city?
Try to live in the city?
Try to lie in the city. Do people still...
Because
They try to avoid, but sometimes in certain occasions they see that because of social standing, it's almost more convenient to skillfully lie. In skillful liars, because everyone assumes that everyone will speak the truth because of the consequences, the very skilled liars have a very high social standing because of it. But the moment they get caught, collapses and burns.
Now that we've established a theme, we take turns reading prompts from the other 3 piles and asking questions about each other's answers. As your world gets more detailed, you'll find yourself rethinking old answers, discovering the seeds of potential narratives, and getting more invested in this place and its inhabitants. Let's see a few examples of some good prompts and questions. What people discovered recently was the grave of the child who had wished for honesty all of those years ago. And what was surprising was that the grave was very far from the city.
The boy grew up, right? And then he went out from the city. So does that mean that the boy had or still even has a family? Maybe in the city?
Yeah, and I think that person or those people
Is the protagonist.
are the protagonist. I think they know who they are. I don't think other people know who they are, and I think they're keeping it secret. That's my guess. So there's people trying to figure out who they are, and also because you can't lie.
Oh shit!
Right?
Oh, that's good.
So how do you keep your identity secret?
Oh,
if you
that's
can't
good.
lie? Yeah.
Oh, that's tricky. I wouldn't say discovered, but there was one person from the resistance who figured out that even if you answer a question that you think you know the answer to, but you are wrong, if someone were to find that out and say that's a lie, it would still count as a lie because it was not the truth. That you claimed you know the truth, but it was wrong. And he was so terrified of it because not many people know that. Because no one really wants to figure out what exactly to say, what to convince people. And he was one of the few who realized that. And he was so terrified, he was convinced, and as well he convinced other people to go very deep into the underground and cut off their tongues so they cannot speak anymore. And if they cannot speak, they cannot lie. and they now live in the complete underground of the city as complete silent men and people.
The silent people!
But they're still part of the resistance now. Because they don't lie, they actually...
I must say they're like a third party that tries to
Yes.
be completely neutral. Because it does not matter to them if they lie or not, because they can't either.
Wow.
They cannot lie and they cannot tell the truth anymore.
Smart, so smart. Science fashion gap, I think, or story. Because it is not real.
Oh shit!
Because all fiction is a lie. Oh,
No! Oh my god!
fuck, actually, fuck, I don't know. How does that work?
Wow!
Does the author of the game or of the book, does he die when people find out he has written it?
Wait, that
Yeah,
doesn't make that
they-
much sense, does it?
They told the truth what they imagined.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a very good count.
Yeah.
Again,
actually.
sorry? What
They
it
told
was?
the truth what they imagined.
Like the first sentence of the book is, I imagined a world in which they can write what they want.
Yeah.
It's like a disclaimer, I think.
Pretty much, right?
You can end the game whenever you want, when each player has read a certain number of cards, when an hour has passed, or when you feel like your world is complete enough. Whatever sorts of worlds you build, I hope you enjoy the process and the conversations it creates, and I hope you had fun playing 1 Hour World Builders.